Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am decoupaging some vintage Valentines onto this heart box that I found at the dollar store. I'm going to start by roughing it up with some sandpaper just so the base coat of white acrylic paint sticks to it really well. I've decided to fast forward through some of these parts just so we're not sitting here all day. Please pardon my camera stand sticking out there. It's the only one I have right now, and I am in the process of looking for something better. If you have any ideas of a better stand that you use, let me know in the comments. I really should have used a larger brush. It would have went way faster. Oh well, hindsight's 20/20. You'll probably notice some lumps in my paint as well. A couple years ago I bought a large jug of white acrylic paint, and it's taken me a long time to get to the bottom of it. But now I'm finding a little lump here and there. I probably should have given it a good shaking before I started. It took me a couple coats to cover these hearts, but as you'll notice when I get to the end of the painting part, you can still see them through the paint a little bit on the lid. But that's okay, because once I start decoupaging the Valentines on, you won't see it. While my box was drying, I went online and found a bunch of vintage Valentines that I could use, and I printed them off. And then I cut them out. And I cut, and I cut, and I cut. There were so many. The reason I printed them off so small was because I wanted to have lots of different kinds on the box. Obviously, I have way more to cut, so I'm going to do some of that off camera. I'll be back when I'm done. Finally done. It's a good thing I have YouTube to keep me company while I'm cutting. Now I'm going to mix up my own Mod Podge glue. Normally I do it half and half with water, but this time I decided to add a lot less water to it. It just seemed less runny this time, which is what I was going for. When it was time to start adding the Valentines, I started with a big heart in the middle and moved out from there. I just eyeballed it, trying to get it in the center of the heart. The second little picture I chose seems to go with the first one really well color-wise, so I thought I would put that underneath. After I got those two on, I had to sort out the rest of them and come up with some kind of a plan as to where I was going to put each one. I probably should have done this before I started. Oh well. Didn't I hear someone say hindsight was 20/20? Once I got my plan together, I started to decoupage them on. I'm going to fast forward through this section of the video where I'm decoupaging them onto the box. It might be a little tedious watching the whole process in real time. I purposely chose to pick some darker images for the top of the box. I really wanted to cover those original hearts that were under the paint. Well, the lid's done, and I don't think you can see any of the original hearts. I'm happy. I added another layer of glue on top just to keep them all in place, then I let it dry for a bit. While the lid was drying, I put it back onto the bottom of the box, and I took a pencil and traced around the bottom edge of the lid. This is where I want to start adding my Valentines on the bottom. I don't want any Valentines under the lid, as they tend to get all scratched up when you put the lid back on later. But I did add a layer of glue over the white edge to keep the paint from chipping off. I'm not going to show the whole process of adding these Valentines onto the bottom of the box. I'm pretty sure you get the process by now. I'll show you the end result when I get finished. And again, once I'm done adding them all to the box, I'm going to put one layer of Mod Podge on top, just to seal them on. After the lid and the bottom were dry, I took my scissors and trimmed off the edges. I dug out my paint again and I just touched up the edges of the box. There was still a bit of the original pink heart peeking through on the edges. At this point I thought it needed something else, so I dug out my red glitter paint and I added it around the edges as well. I think it really added to it. And this is the final product. I really hope you like it. Happy Valentine's Day. That's it for today. Thanks for coming by.